Very, very important to start putting that. What did you learn from the song? Okay, I'll just, yeah, need a mentor, Stephen G. Okay, fine. So for those of you who do not know, there is a setting in Zoom. What you need to do is click on that, and that has play, join, and leave sound when somebody joins it. You have to untick it. Otherwise, you will be hearing the sound of somebody joining and somebody is dropping off. Okay, make sure that you do this. Okay, great. Come on camera, all of you, please. Thank you, Stephen Ji, Brahmam Ji, Satya, Ramesh, everybody for switching on the camera. And yes, good morning. Okay. What did you see? What did you learn from the song? What did you learn from the song? Okay, some of you have joined slightly late, so that's why you are not sure what is the song. Okay, fine. That was about the movie from Surma, where his Sandeep was getting injured on his leg, and he makes an attempt to come back. I'll tell you, it was told that coming back is more difficult than making an entry. Making an entry is much easier because people don't know about your history, so it is much easier to impress the people. Once you are marked as a non-performer, again coming back is so difficult because you have to eliminate those negative thoughts, and then you have to make sure that you're going to be coming back. So the same thing is happening with many of you, that you want to achieve great success in your life, but your past is not going to leave you so easily. Your past is not going to leave you so easily. We did a great job of creating a vision board and actually following it up, but still there are a lot of things that will be there with you that you have to slowly and gradually, you have to get rid of this. One of the most important part or the concept that is going to make a lot of difference in your day-to-day life is nothing but intuition. Can you all type in intuition? Intuition. Intuition. Type in intuition if you are able to understand this. Type in intuition. Type in intuition. This is very, very important for many of you to look at this. And this intuition can be a very big game changer. Not everybody, okay, not everybody can actually think like this. Think like this. Intuition is so important. Many of us even don't think about it. Let's see what Einstein has to say about intuition. The only real valuable thing is intuition. Albert Einstein says that intuition is so important. The only real valuable thing is intuitions. Great leaders have great intuition capability. They can make this. They can sense it even before the word can think about it. The great leaders use this to their advantage to make such a great decisions well ahead of others. And that is why they are called leaders. And they're called leaders while others are still thinking, oh my goodness, am I doing right? Am I doing wrong? You have no clue about this. This building this intuition is one of the most important concepts that each one of you have to master it. Each one of you have to master it. Let us see what are the factors that can actually make an intuition to do it. And before we do that, let us start with the visual thinking for the day. Visual thinking for the day. And I'm hopeful because there are a lot of people, okay, this is slightly a challenging concept for me to explain because this is not a normal subject. Not many people are able to understand this and explain it. But again, I'll make every possible attempt to help you out to understand it as much as possible, okay? Because it's a very, very complex subject. When I wanted to actually learn for myself, I did not get a proper mentor to do this. So whatever the hardship that I've gone through, probably I'll share that. And I'll tell you that itself is so much valuable in your business, in your day-to-day life. And that can actually put you into the top 1% of this high performance that you can think about. Okay. So before we do that, let us do the very quick understanding of all of you about intuition. What do you think an intuition is? You can feel free to unmute and actually speak. Raise your hands in the Zoom. I think some of you have joined in from the two different instruments. Yeah, Ajay wants to go for it first. Yeah, please go ahead, Ajay. Let us hear. What do you think is intuition is?
Intuition, nothing but a gut feeling or a nudge from the inside that you get to do something, even if it is not sounding logical or something, but you just get a nudge that, okay, I need to do this one.
Right. Amazing. Brilliant. Thank you. Thank you, Ajay, for sharing that. That's a good interpretation. Let's hear from others. Let's hear from others. So the keyword he told us, this is something that you feel as a gut feeling, right? The keyword he talked about was a gut feeling. And he also talked about even though it is not feeling logical, even though it is not feeling logical, there will be no logic to it. Okay. There will be no logic to it. Very important. Yeah.
It is something comes which comes very instantly to the mind, right? I mean, thoughts and things and thinking about it may happen later, but comes to mind.
Right. Very good. Very good. So basically you are saying this is the thing that will come to you instantaneously. Nobody knows how it comes, but at that time it will come, right?
Yes.
Is it a fair thing? Is it a simple explanation that you can think about? Cool. Who wants to go next? Give it a try. It's okay to be wrong, but I want you to make an attempt of putting it, because how you're feeling before and then after you go through this, you'll be able to compare only when you make an attempt to see what you think that it is intuition. Because if you don't know what you think in the initial phase, after we go through the concept, you may not be able to appreciate, or you may not be able to get the maximum benefit coming out of it. Yeah, Madhuri wants to go next. Yeah, let's hear.
Yeah, I think it's a unconscious kind of a thought. It just comes from maybe the universe, or it has nothing to do with logic or what you're thinking about. It is a spontaneous thought of feeling or experience that comes to you, you know, that intuitively know that something is right for you, something is not, that kind of thing.
Okay, great.
Understanding the meaning instinctively without conscious thinking, like Archimedes found out the density of the gold in the, whether the copper is mixed with that this one ornament or something like that. Or Newton got it when the apple fell on his head. It is intuitive, isn't it, sir?
Yeah, true. Tell us some simple example. Forget about Newton and everybody. Tell us some common day-to-day example, because not everybody can become Newton. And so
I will tell my example. When I joined for RYB, I had an intuitive feeling that I am going to make 1 lakh per month, and within 1 year I got it.
Wow. Yeah, correct. That gut feeling, super. Yeah, this is what people will relate to you more than Newton and other stuff. So that's amazing. Cool. Thank you for sharing. Yeah. Let's hear from
something like kids always tell about things. Car should be like that, like should have this, that. They actually doesn't know how that will be implemented, or they might not have known the science behind it, but they actually imagine it and they tell. That could be.
Okay, very interesting. Okay, but for the kids, right, that's a different thing. They also be using the imagination. So we should not be mixing the imagination and with the intuition, because most of the things that kids will have is coming from the imagination point of view. It's not intuition actually. So they may be having intuition, but majority of the concept will come from their imagination. So be very clear in distinguishing both of them. Then you'll be good. Cool.
I think in movies they call sixth sense. So something that you feel it's going to happen and you have a strong belief on that. And maybe it is not connected with any of the incident that happened or something, but it randomly comes to your mind.
Okay, cool. So one request from my side is please raise the hand in the Zoom, because it will be easy for us to go through and spotlight.
Sir,
Okay,
yesterday I had another intuitive experience when I kept my phone for charging. After some time, when I took the phone, before seeing the charge, how much it is that, I in my mind, it should be around 83. Then, exactly 83 it was the charge was. So that can be an intuitive process.
Okay, cool. So let's hear from Apurva.
Good morning, sir. Am I
Good
audible?
morning. Yes, perfect. Crystal.
Intuition for me is a thought or a call of action which seems worthy for you, but seems weird to the world.
So it seems like a weird. It makes okay. It looks weird for the word, but it makes sense for you.
Yes.
Okay.
It is worthy for you, and if you try to avoid it, it is a negative, but it haunt you if you try to avoid it.
Okay. So now let me ask you this question. Can you just tell me some common life examples so people can relate? What is intuition according to you? It's okay to be wrong, but according to you, what is an intuition? Give an example. I know you've tried your best to actually describe it. Give it a try, Apurva. It's okay to be wrong. Go ahead and do it.
It's like just like I'm attending a 7 a.m. session. It seems weird to people that why we are meeting every day, why we are sharing wins and challenges. But we knew, who is attending RYB, they knew that what change it makes in you, right? How it motivates you whole day. It is just a simple meeting. So, it won't make sense to others, but if those who are getting motivated by it, that is worthy for them.
Okay, cool. Let's hear from Vasudevji. Super. You have actually started putting, all of you started developing that, giving that common day-to-day life example. That's very important. Okay. Yeah, Vasudevji, let's hear from you.
Yes, good morning, sir. For me, to have ability to know something without any logic, as others says, that's the intuition, something like that. And the best example, like love at first sight, there's no logic, but it happens.
Yeah,
it happens sometime, not with always or not with everybody, but that could be the best example, I think.
Fantastic.
There's no logic in that one. There's no logic, but it happens.
Very classic example. I just loved it.
Thank you.
Very well said.
Thank you.
Because I want every one of you to describe this in a common terms, okay? Because you'll be able to remember for a longer period of time when you relate this with the common terms. Otherwise, you'll forget very fast. Okay, I love that example of love at first sight. Okay, cool.
Thank you.
Sure. Let's go and let's hear from Ajay again. Yeah.
It's a simple thing. Like suppose you drive a typical road on every day, then you just get an awareness. Okay, today I might take a different road. It's just a nudge that the universe is giving you, or your inner voice is giving you. Okay, take this road today. You might avoid some big traffic. It's that simple as that. Or you go to a meeting and like, okay, instead of taking the decision today, maybe wait for I might get a better solution tomorrow or something. So it's just a nudge, an inner voice that you have, a gut feeling that you have, that if you start listening to it, it gets louder and louder.
Very nice, very nice. Now, so it's very, very important, important thing that you want to actually start looking at. If you really want to achieve greater intuition, what has been told is that the people who develop a great institution. Oh, still you have got two more people raising hand. Sorry, I missed it. Yeah, Madhuri and Jyoti. Let's hear, because I want you to hear the perspective from different people. Yeah, Jyoti. Sorry, Madhuri.
Yeah. So, intuition is like when I recently went, house hunting, and everything was right. Everything was tick marked. The place was good, location is good, neighborhood is good. everything was good, but still something said, this is not the place that you want to go to, you know. So while all the check boxes have been ticked, typical ones, there is still some other voice that comes and tell you that this is not so good. This is like a everyday example that happens to me a lot, that everything seems fine, but when I actually put my foot into it, it says, no, don't go here. And I listen to that then.
Okay, great, super. And this is very, very important for you to do this. Okay, let's hear from Jyoti ji.
Sir, once with my grandson, he was just 4 or 5 years old, and we were going up, we were waiting for the lift to come, and he started being stubborn that let's go up, climb up stairs. And I told him, no, 4 floors, who's going to climb up? Let's wait for the lift. And he said, no, let's go up by stairs. And my inner voice told me, okay, go by stairs. And as soon as we started climbing up the stairs, we went to the first floor. There was power cut and the lift got stuck on the way. And we would have really got harassed had I not listened to my inner voice. So it is actually an inner voice that comes from, let's call it God or universe or your soul or whatever. But provided you are able to identify it as not your own mind, then it is a guidance which you can trust 100%.
Very nice, very nice. Yeah, it's a perfect example that you said, this is what your normal ways that you should be going and actually climbing through the lift, but you took the other way. Yes, let's hear. Okay, I think we got 2 more examples. I want every one of you to pay special attention to these examples. Yeah, go ahead, Mr. Ajay.
Yeah. So that intuition was actually for the kid, not for the not Jyoti ji. So the kid had the awareness to tell them that, okay, this is going to happen. This is not the way to go. Let's take a stair today.
Yeah. Right. Let's hear from Vasudev ji once more.
Yeah, can I, sir? Sir, I can tell you one incident. It's a real story I wanted to share. It's a little longer, but if you remember, there was a attack on Twin Towers in New York, 2001, I think, no? I was supposed to travel in one of those flights from New York to from San Francisco to New York. I was booked on those flights. I was packing my bags from India. I was flying to Hong Kong to Los Angeles, and then to New York. So that was my flight book. And all of a sudden, my mother says, can you please postpone your travel for a couple of days? She never said that before. Never said. On one fine day, she told me that. I looked into her eyes and I said, why? She said, I just want you to be here for a couple of days more. So I postponed that flight for 1 week more, though I had to pay. But when I saw that news on the television, I was really shocked, sir. And it happened to me. I could have been in one of those flights, sir. I was booked on the phone.
My goodness.
This is that happened really to me, sir.
This is real shocker.
Intuition or what? I don't know.
God's hand.
I don't know. It was her, or universe told her to convey me like that. But this is a real thing happened to me, and I really still believe after that I believe in that kind of intuitions or something like that. I don't know how it came to her mind because she never stopped me. And on that particular day, she said, "Could you please postpone for 1 week?" And everybody at my home and all my colleagues were shocked to see that news on that day. And I really hugged my mother, and she was also speechless, and she was crying. Well, that happened to me.
I mean, just listening, we are shocked. We are in shock actually.
Yes,
just by listening. How many of you are shocked hearing this? I was not expecting of this a bigger shock coming here. My goodness.
So this is my new life because of her only, I think. She gave me first birth, and second birth also she gave me.
Yeah, true, guys. So this, I was picking this topic of intuition, but I never realized Vasudevji will shock us with this kind of an example that, if that would have happened, we would have not met you at all. Yeah. Amazing. Okay. So that's what an intuition can do for you. Okay. So it is so important to develop the intuition, but nobody actually talks about this, especially in our traditional way of the education system that you're looking up. There's not even a topic as an introduction of 5 minutes, 10 minutes that will help you to start thinking in these directions. So the great leaders are great intuitions holders, okay, they are able to intuit it much ahead of time, and they will actually listen to this. And this has a direct connection, okay. I want all of you to look at this picture carefully and type in connected. This is a very, very deep subject, very powerful. And I want every one of you to go and type in connected with what you are able to see this. This can be a very big game changer in your life. Type in connected if you're able to get this connected. Super and fantastic. I want you to look at this image very, very carefully. Intuition is a topic very difficult to explain, but it's much easier to feel and see it. If you look at this, this is something that each one of you will get it naturally, this thought process at the right time. This has a direct connection with the way the universe is operating, the way the universe is trying to actually mention this. I want all of you to look at this butterfly that you are seeing here. This is a very powerful image, and many of you do not know the importance of a butterfly image. I'll tell you the importance of a butterfly image. What happens when a butterfly, there is a specific concept called as butterfly effect. What is this butterfly effect is called about? So butterfly, even though it is going to actually, it's going to move its wings, but the impact is actually happening in different part of the bird. How is it? Let us go and understand this. Butterfly is one of those things which is very important for taking care of the pollination of this universe, because the butterflies sit on different flowers, they move from one to one, another things, another stuff. Because when the butterfly will fly, the results are seen in different part of the site, because when it goes there, it will have the pollination effect that is done. And when that happens, the growth of that particular habitats and everything also happens. In few movies, butterflies is used to represent the god. Okay, fine. And there's a very famous concept called as butterfly concept. And if you understand this, this is going to create a great amount of knowledge and wealth. So even though the butterfly is actually flying somewhere else, the results are shown somewhere else. So the image, if you're looking at here, the one which I've shown you, it has a butterfly effect. It's a butterfly effect. And when you start going in a different ways and start intuition, okay, with the intuition of what you are actually looking at this, how this butterfly is going to happen, nobody knows. But for that particular thought process will come to you at the right time. That is nothing but your sixth sense, which you are able to accomplish this. The sixth sense is what the ultimate goal that many of you are able to identify it. Okay, this is beyond this five senses that you are looking at. Nobody knows how the sixth sense is actually is going to be arriving at. But people do know, based out of the research, how you can actually develop these intuitions over the period of time, so that can help you to do this. I'll tell you, this intuition is so important. The people who will go, okay, and they especially they do into this rescue operations, those defense services people who wants to go and actually face those terrorists, or there's a war zone that is happening, people have to go and do it. There's going to be no logic over there. All you need to do is, there may be a person who is just ahead of you, somewhere hiding, okay, and no logic will work at that time. No logic will work at the time. It's the intuition that is going to be, you're going to be saying, you must feel that, okay, I feel somebody's there. Somebody is going to be attacking me. So you need to look at this. Intuition can be your game, when your life changer. It can be a lifesaver. Like how exactly, Vasudevji told. There is no sense. People will laugh. People will laugh. Are yaar, kya bata rahe? Why should we take that action? But really it works. Really works. I was about to quote some example. Vasudevji told the live classic example. That's the best part about looking at this. Now tell me, how many of you are keen to develop the skill of intuition? How many of you would love to develop the skill of intuition?
Can I say something?
Yeah, please.
Is it about the previous experience of something, or if reincarnation exists because of that, sir? Or can we relate intuition with reincarnation or our previous experiences?
I'll not go with incarnation because that becomes a different topic. Okay. I will not go to incarnation. Okay. I'll only stick to our experiences, because that's incarnation is not my topic of forte. So I'll not touch that.
Can we relate that one? Can it happen because of that also? Like if you want to go certain place, no, that we should not go to that place. We'll find some problems over there.
I can't comment on this because I don't know.
That's a topic to discuss. Different topics. Sir.
Different topic, yeah. So let's not go there. Then entire topic will get debated.
Okay.
Yeah. So maybe we'll have to call some, incarnation experts to talk about that. Okay. So if you have anybody, we'll do that one day. That's really important to do this.
All right.
Yeah. So this is very, very important to develop this skill. But how do you develop this? How do you develop this? First and foremost thing is to develop these kind of skills, you have to think unconventionally. You have to think unconventionally the way you want to actually put this into the normal way of thinking will not help you, because it itself is going to be making those kind of things. The first and foremost thing, let's understand the benefit of developing the intuitions. The developing of this intuition can help you to grow personally drastically. It will help you in your business. It can stop you from getting into a very, very big disaster in your life, in your business and everything. And intuition can help you to take right decision. And right decision means the right results. And that is what the top 1% of the people do it. That is what top 1% of the people, they do it. Even if the decision is wrong, they'll make it work. They will make it work because their intuition has told that this is what is going to be working, and they will go with this one. The first and foremost thing, I want every one of you to actually go ahead and develop this intuition is to connect with the universe. I want every one of you to connect with the universe. Connection with the universe is key. It is going to happen intuitively. You will not know how it's going to happen. So connection with the universe is the key for you to build your intuition. This is the number one secret that all of you need to do it. The number one secret for all of you to do it. The second important thing that you can actually need to do is you need to develop or enhance your subconscious mind pattern to connect with this. You should be able to take split-second decisions. Type in split-second decisions. So let's type in first point, connect with the universe. Type in so that you will remember this, otherwise you will forget. You're just listening, very likely you will forget. When you write, very likely you'll remember. Connection with the universe can make a huge difference in your life. Connection with the universe can make a huge difference in your life. Connect with the universe, right? The second thing is you're going to be improving your subconscious mind, okay? Power of your subconscious mind with respect to your split-second decisions. Split-second decisions. You need to train your subconscious mind to take split-second decisions. Split-second decisions. Split-second decisions. Very important to take a split-second decision, and it will not be developed overnight. It will not be developed overnight. You need to work on this to take care of that split-second decision, because most of the time when you're using your intuition power, you are already running out of the option. You are already running out of the options most of the time. For example, when this, when the defense forces go to neutralize this terrorist and other stuff, these are all has to be split-second decisions that you need to do it. Okay, great. The next important thing that you need to do is that you need to enable your intuition as much as possible. You need to get into this intuition as much as possible. So to get into that intuition mode, first and foremost thing is you need to meditate. You need to meditate to make sure that you are actually taking out those deviations coming out of it. Start with the meditation. Once you do the meditation, you are clearing of the noise. You are clearing of the noise in a record time. You're going to be clearing the noise in a record time. When you enable the meditation, when you enable the intuition with the meditation, that means you are very clear. There is nothing that is coming actually stopping you to have this. Now, I want all of you to do this. Start observing the other things which are beyond for these five senses. I want all of you to focus on observing in your day-to-day life. It's not about something rocket science. Can you make sense of certain things? I want all of you to start seeing that. What are the other things that you're going to be making it? What you can make out of this? You need to develop that intuitions. If you go and watch some of the spy movies, one of the things they will do is their intuition power is so great. And I still recall, one Bollywood movie that I saw, and wherein that girl was actually being trained to become a spy. She was a housewife. She was sent to Pakistan to actually learn this. Do you recall that the movie name?
Yeah, I think Hero.
Razi. Hero.
No, not Hero.
Razi.
Razi, yes. Razi, yes, absolutely correct. Razi.
Alia Bhatt.
Alia Bhatt, correct. You're right.
Razi.
In Razi, there was a training that will be done. Okay, she'll be undergoing the spy training, and in that time, she will be told one thing, very important thing. Okay, if you think, okay, any point of time, if you think that your cover has been lost, okay, that means you've been exposed. If your mind is telling you that, if your sixth sense is telling you that, that means that has really happened. That has really happened. Go and take the action, because there is nobody else who will be there from the other side who is going to help you out. He very clearly says the spies are actually being trained on the intuition to actually make that happen. Okay, so it can be so powerful in the way that you are looking at. And the more you are actually be able to use your intuition powers to take the decision in a normal conditions, okay, it's not in a critical situations. In a normal condition, maybe you're just driving, you want to go on a left, and then you'll ask your intuition where you want to go. The intuition says right, go and take the right. Okay, it's okay to go and do certain mistakes of going over there and do it, and do the simple intuitions following systems. If you do enough number of time, then you will start believing your intuition automatically, because intuition will come. Believing on your intuition is another part. Okay, intuition will come. Believing is what is going to help you to take action on that area. Okay, to make sure that use your intuition power as much as possible in your real life situations, even though it is very small things, like how some of you said that, okay, no matter who was having that intuition of not taking the stairs, not taking the lift, but taking the stairs, that was an intuition. Similarly, not taking the left turn, probably taking the right turn can be an intuition, which will have no logic behind this, but your intuition is talking about this. I want every one of you to apply this in your day-to-day life. The more you can apply, the more intuition ability you're going to be building it. Can you all type in? Apply in your day-to-day life. Where you feel that there's a less risk involved, go and apply there. Because when you have a lot of those intuition happening, when you try it out and then you see a great results coming in, when the next intuition comes, you have a higher chances of applying in your day-to-day life. And this is the most important step that people actually miss out. This is the most important steps that people actually miss out. And I want all of you to become more creative in the way that you are thinking. How can you become more creative? There are a couple of ways that you can actually do this to make it happen. One of those techniques is by using mind maps. If you start using mind maps, you'll automatically become creative. You don't need to do anything. That's a very simple way that many of you have been doing it. Please start using more extensively. Automatically, your creative power will improve. Second way of improving the creativity is by drawing. You can draw different ways, different shapes, the way that you're looking at. The moment that you do this, you will be able to imagine certain things which you have never thought earlier. You will be able to start looking at something that you never thought is possible. So your mind will start thinking in those lines. And then, okay, I'll tell you some example of how you can test your intuitions in very simple way, in normal days today. I want all of you to write down. Your intuition can be, today maybe it will rain, or tomorrow it will rain, or tomorrow it will not rain. Okay, I want to go to that location. Better I can carry a raincoat because it is raining. It is going to be raining. Even though your weather prediction will say no correlation to this. You have seen many times. Weather prediction will say, but rain is not there, the rain will come. Have you seen that? Even weather prediction also goes wrong with so much of satellite and other stuff. And then, correct? So your building intuition can be as simple as that. You don't need to complicate the things. Oh my goodness, only my life and death question comes, then I'll use my intuition. So your building of your intuition can start as simple as your weather. It's going to happen. Can you all do the testing? Can you all do the testing of the weather intuition? It's so simple to do. Can we all practice? Can we all do this? Weather intuition. You'll not look at the weather forecast. You'll not look at the weather forecast, but you actually intuit it. This is what is going to be there happening tomorrow. Okay, it's going to be really fun. Okay, because it will help you. If you can build the weather intuition, it can help you when you go to different places, and maybe it will help you to carry appropriate clothing and everything, and you'll be well prepared. Okay, so do that. It's intuition building can be as simple as that. Okay, in your day-to-day life. Super. Yeah, I'll take the questions. Just hold on. I'll complete this. Otherwise, I'll miss the flow. Okay, just hold on. We'll discuss. No problem. Then, once in a way, what you need to do is, you need to break your daily habits. Once in a while, you need to break your daily habits. How? You don't know. I don't know. You have to choose. Once in a while, it's a pattern interrupt. But don't forget to come back to the normal routine, even though you miss it. Don't tell me, Karthik told you to break the pattern, and you don't tell me the complete thing. Okay, you don't understand everything. Karthik asked me to break the pattern, and then you will break that habit. Then don't blame me on this. Okay, so I told you once in a while, and after that is done, you have to come back. And you have to come back to your daily routine. Daily routine is very important. Okay, you cannot miss this. But once in a while, break that pattern and then help your intuition to build this. Okay, and that breaking up that pattern could also be based on the intuition. Somehow I feel today, and don't do it very often, And don't miss the morning sessions and say that you've broken the daily routine or intuition. Okay? Don't tell me those reasons. Okay, one day you sleep very nicely, and why you did not come back, then next day you'll say, no, you told right to break the daily pattern. I had an intuition I should sleep more and I missed the class. Don't do this, and use it wisely. I know that people can interpret this one in a different way. I'm making sure that you are not doing in that fashion, right? So do this, guys. Be creative. And can do fasting. Yes, you can do that. And spend time in the nature. Spend time with the nature, because that is helping you to actually build a lot of connection with the universe, the way you are able to think and other stuff. That's another way of building it. The next important intuition building is nothing but. Very important. Huh? I want all of you to feel more, think less. Very, very important. Feel more, think less. This can be a very big game changer when you want to build this intuition. Feel more, think less. Because when you can feel, you're using all the senses. It is not just going to be like one way of looking at it. Feel more, think less. Very important point. Put it in the double quotes. Put it in the double quotes. Whatever you want to say, mark it in different color. Feel more, think less. Your intuition will give you amazing results. I'm sure that many of you who joined from RYB, who joined our RYB program, or RYB to RYB Advanced, you felt more than actually thinking, because you felt that, yes, this vibration was there. You would, when you go with this, with all of us, you'll be able to achieve a lot more success in your life, isn't it? Correct? So that I want every one of you to develop this. If you can do the simple things that we are talking about, this intuition build, and then and that is what is going to make a lot of differentiation. Okay, a lot of things which are there, but I don't want you to confuse. I think that is going to be there. And another practical example of how you can actually make this intuition stronger is when you look at a person, right? When you look at the person, I want you to feel them, feel him or feel her, in terms of how that person is going to be making the difference. How are you going to be looking at that feel of that person? And that can help you in your real life, in your personal life, in your business life, and everywhere. And then when you look at that, when you feel that, and when you start evaluating it based on that feeling, you will see whether you are able to build that intuition or not. Like when I start working with certain people, right? I immediately feel this is not a person that I want to work with. Immediately I reject. And other people have said, yes, I feel that, but probably I want to validate some more time to figure it out. And he spent some time working with them. And that gives a lot of difference. That makes a lot of difference. Okay, cool. So with this, we are actually covered all the part of this intuition that we have done. We'll definitely create a mind map so that we are summarizing everything. And yeah, Jyotiji wants to share something. Please go ahead and share it.
Sir, intuition for me started with small things like, if I was walking out of a room and, my intuition would tell me switch off the light. And then I would say, oh, leave it now, koi kar dega, chodo. And I would even walk up to the car, but my inner voice would tell me, switch off the light. I would go back and switch it off. And that you have to listen to your intuition, and the intuition keeps growing. Like small things like intuition used to say when I'm going out, keep 5,000 rupees in your bag. And I would say that, no, but I don't need it. I'm not going to the market. I don't need the money. But then, intuition would say, no, keep it. I would come back from my car into the room. I would keep the money in my bag and I would go. And I needed that money instantly when I went out. So small things intuitions tell you, and the more you listen to it, the more it grows. And it really guides your life at every step. And you feel so nice and relaxed because everything is guided by the universe. So the result is always going to be good.
Great, fantastic. Yes, it could be as simple as keeping the money. Correct. Right. Yeah, Purva.
Yes, sir. So when there is something that you have to do, then you have to work on instantly. But if there is any intuition like, don't do this, so what I do, that I start procrastinate that decision, and that really help a lot. एक बार हुआ था ऐसा कि देयर इज अ कोलैबोरेशन कि एवरीवन सेज दैट इट इज अ वेरी easy way to get the money, easy way to get the job or something. But I thought, no, it is enough feeling said that, okay, I'm not feeling good with that, I'm not feeling. So I started procrastinate, and after a week I got to know, okay, that wasn't a good collaboration. So you have to listen what to do and work on that instantly. And if the intuition come, don't do it. So procrastination is the key to
Yeah. Okay, cool. That is fine. Yeah. So I think let's do a quick recall, and then we'll again share that. Yeah. So can you all help me in putting this? So I'm helping you to take this right now. What are the steps to build the intuition?
Yeah, break the daily pattern.
Yeah. Break the daily pattern. Meditation. Yeah. Start with meditation. That would be really good.
Connect with the universe.
Connect with the universe.
Start with the intuition about weather.
Yeah, those are all how you can apply actually.
Yeah. Apply it. Yeah.
Start observing beyond the senses, 5 senses.
Yeah. Observe beyond 5 senses.
Feel more, think less.
Yeah, very important.
Split second decisions.
Enhance split second decision.
Most important, to connect with the universe.
Yeah.
It's mentioned.
That's mentioned. Okay, great.
Look at your chats. It's already there.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm saying look at the chat that you've typed in, so you'll get more points actually. Yeah.
Start applying in your daily life. That's also one other step.
Yeah. Apply in your daily life. Yeah.
Be more creative.
Yes.
Start drawing mind map.
Be creative. You can use mind maps, or you can actually start drawing.
Break it. Occasionally break a daily habit.
Once in a while.
Yeah, fasting.
Okay, and then in a day-to-day life, where and all we said, you can do this for your weather, especially if you're doing business, right? Yeah. And then this can be very powerful. Discussing with people whether you want to do a business with them, whether you don't want to do this can be a very powerful thing. Okay. Yeah, Ramesh said he has to leave. Yeah, sure, Ramesh. Sure, thank you.
Feel more, think less.
Yeah, it is done actually. And we give certain examples, right? Examples of things that we're looking for.
Taking a different path.
Yeah. Taking a different path. Staircase versus lift. Then
spy works on institution.
Yeah. A lot of the spies actually work on intuitions.
We must follow institution.
Yeah.
Drop the journey plan. Drop a planned journey.
Break.
Yeah.
What is intuition? It's a gut feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah, same thing.
So more you can use, more you apply, more results you'll get it. Okay, nice. Next.
One simple example that I've always used is like, before I do something, I just ask a question. Okay, is this the right time to do it, or is this the only way to do it, or is there something better to do? One thing I used to do when I was in Dubai, we had a special paper that was used only for some important prints and all. So we used to take that best quality paper and then put it in the printer and then print. Every time I saw that, I used to like go to the bunch of paper and I said, okay, how many do I need actually? And it's just a random pick something. I don't even count. I knew I had just 2-3 prints. I just randomly picked some a bunch. After this thing happened, every single time the bunch that I picked was the exact amount that I needed to print. Maybe some changes came, maybe 1 or 2 prints got spoiled or something, but the exact amount of paper that I picked up was the amount of paper I needed. Because I stopped and asked, okay, how many papers do I actually need? And I picked the exact right amount.
Yeah, there's another way where you can actually put this. Another one was the mobile charge that Stephen G told. Exactly, this could be the thing. And then, yeah, so, and then also purse and money example, right? Purse and money example, like Jyoti ji said, and whether you want to do a business or not with a specific people, all these things. Yeah.
One more thing I always do. If I go to a place and I get a nudge, okay, get out of this place, don't stay here, and I move out. When I was a bachelor, I used to look for a room, a sharing room or something. Many times it happens that I just stepped into the door and I said, okay, get out. And I went out and I found a better place outside. Or something was wrong with that particular place and I got a vibe and no, you're not staying here. You should not stay here.
Yeah. Right. I think Mother also has told that, everything was looking fine as per the checklist, but she felt this is not for her, right? So absolutely. So you will have all these things are very important parts, from that point of view. Cool. I think we have summarized everything, right? Important thing. We also talked about butterfly effect.
Yes, sir.
Anything that we mixed?
Benches.
You already mentioned that.
Where?
The yellow, below the lection 6.
Butterfly effect. Yes, we have done that. Cool. Yeah, you can take the screenshot of this and start applying. Who knows, one intuition can change your life. Take the screenshot. Super and great. If you've taken this, thank you so much. And I hope all of you enjoyed it. I want all of you to apply this intuition in your day-to-day life and let us know the results, okay? Let us know the results. It'd be so much fun trying it out on the practical life experiences and sharing that results on the group. I'll tell you, it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. Okay, great. Thank you so much and take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. And happy Shivaratri. Belated Shivaratri.